Hi, in this video we are going to look at a configuration example similar to what we saw earlier in this module, that if we have different types of traffic that is going through the firewall, and some of the traffic is important traffic and other traffic is not so important traffic, so we want to give guaranteed bandwidth to these types of traffic, and we want to limit the maximum bandwidth that is available to these types of non-critical traffics. And also we want to limit the maximum number of connections that these types of unimportant traffic can open simultaneously. So this is what we want to do. These are the requirements. We have an overall bandwidth of 100 megabits per second from the ISP, and we want to give preferential treatment to ERP and email traffic and non-preferential treatment to P2P and online video traffic. And what is that treatment that we want to give? Now you can see that the ERP and email traffic, or P2P and online video traffic, this is going to be classified in the traffic policy, and the bandwidth and the resources that are available to these types of traffic or these traffics is going to be defined in the profile, and then we are going to link the two. So we want to limit the maximum bandwidth that is available to P2P and online videos to 30 megabits per second at any time, and restrict the maximum number of connections to 10,000 connections. On the other side, for ERP and email traffic, we want to give them a guaranteed minimum or guaranteed bandwidth of 60 megabits per second. So these are the two types of limitations or two types of resource allocations that we want to do for the two types of traffic that we are looking at. One is email and ERP, and the other one is P2P and online video. How we are going to configure this? First, we are going to set the interface IP addresses and assign these addresses to security zones. This is basic firewall configuration, which has got nothing to do with, which essentially is a prerequisite for configuring bandwidth management. And then we configure the P2P and online video traffic profiles for these, where we are going to configure 30 megabits and 10,000 connection limits for them. And then we are going to configure the profile for email and ERP traffic. We are going to limit the traffic to 60 megabits per second. And plus, in this case, we are doing another additional thing. You can also configure a schedule, which means that these traffic limitations or these traffic behavior bandwidth management is only going to be active. We go to object, we select the schedule object, we create a new schedule, we give it a name called work time here, and we are defining that work time is from 8:30 in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening, Monday to Friday. We define a schedule, and we will also apply this schedule so that for this traffic, so that these traffic or bandwidth limitations are only applicable for office timings from 8:30 to 6 p.m. every day from Monday to Friday. Next, we are going to configure a traffic profile for P2P and online video. You already know how we can configure the traffic profile. For configuring the traffic profile, you know that we are going to select the policy. We are going to select bandwidth management traffic profile, and then we are going to add traffic profile. And when we add the traffic profile, we have to give it a name. We call it profile underscore P2P, which is going to include the point-to-point traffic or peer-to-peer traffic and the online video traffic. We are going to set the total bandwidth. Now we are not setting the uplink and downlink bandwidth. We are setting the total bandwidth here. The global limitation for total bandwidth is maximum 30 megabits per second. You see, now we do not have separate uplink and bandwidth, downlink bandwidth. We have a total bandwidth which is 30 megabits per second, and the maximum number of connections is 10,000. We are not configuring anything else. We are leaving everything else to default. So this is all we have to configure here. Next, we define the policy. We configured the profile in the previous slide. Now we are configuring the policy for P2P and online video. We add a new policy. You know how to go there. We add a new policy. We name this policy peer-to-peer or policy P2P, and this is going to be based on source zone and destination zone. Source zone is, we select the source zone as trust and the destination zone as untrust, And because we are going to define this based on the application, we select multiple options: file share, peer-to-peer, and web video, the two types of traffic that we want to identify. And important thing what we are going to do is that we are going to implement the traffic profile of profile P2P. This is the profile which we defined in the previous slide. This is important. So here we are linking the profile to this policy. And this is the schedule here. We've not selected here, but we could select the work time schedule which we defined a couple of slides earlier. We can call the schedule here, which means that this policy is going to be applicable, or this policy is going to be in action only during this schedule that we have defined, the work time schedule. So this is how we implement the policy and call the profile within the policy. Now next we define the profile for the important traffic that we have, which means the email and the ERP traffic. We are going to configure a profile for that traffic. As you can see, it's exactly similar to what we did for P2P and web video traffic. We give it a name, profile email, set total bandwidth. This is an exclusive, this is not shared, this is exclusive for this, and we configure a guaranteed bandwidth of 60 megabits per second. We don't define the maximum connections, and all the other things, all the other configuration is left to default. Then we configure the policy in which we are going to call the profile. We give the policy the name of policy email. We give it the name of policy email. The source type is source zone. The destination type is destination zone, and we give the source zone as trust and the destination zone as untrust. We identify the two applications, email and webmail, and you can see here we've also called the schedule, that is the work time schedule, and the profile is profile email, which we configured in the last slide. So we are calling the profile email so that this policy can be governed or controlled by the bandwidth values which were defined in the profile. If you want to look at how our policy is behaving, how our bandwidth management is working, if we do display traffic, we can see that we have two policies, policy email and policy P2P, which are working. An important thing is that packets processed and bytes processed, packets dropped and bytes dropped. You can see that the packets that have been dropped for email policy traffic that falls in the email policy category, this is much less than the packets or the bytes that have been dropped for peer-to-peer. So whenever there is congestion on the link or whenever there is bandwidth limitation, we are dropping more packets of the P2P traffic. In any case, even if there is no congestion, P2P traffic cannot exceed 30 megabits per second as per the configuration and as per the policy we have configured in the previous slides. So there is a lot more drop for the packets and the traffic for peer-to-peer or web video than the traffic for email and ERP. So this is we can see that the bandwidth management is actively working and controlling our traffic. So in the last part of this module, let's take a brief look at the bandwidth management troubleshooting, how we can troubleshoot this. The troubleshooting is fairly simple. If we see that if we want to troubleshoot the global traffic limiting, these are the few things that we need to look at. If we want to troubleshoot the per IP traffic limiting or per IP traffic limiting policy troubleshooting, we need to look at a few more steps. Let's take a look at what we need to do for troubleshooting the global traffic limiting. Check whether the traffic limiting function is enabled. We have to make sure that traffic limiting is being done. Check the global traffic limiting profile or class, whether we have given the appropriate values, and then check the policy, whether we have called the profile into the policy and we have identified the traffic within the policy. So you need to check the policy, you need to check the profile, and you need to check the overall traffic limiting, whether it's enabled or not, whether we are limiting the traffic or not, or we have not enabled it. Similarly, if we want to do it on a per IP basis, the steps are similar, but we have to check the per IP traffic limiting policy, whether we have enabled per IP limiting or not. So these are the additional steps that we need to take care of in case of per IP traffic limiting. So this was all about bandwidth management. Hope you understand the concept of bandwidth management, the concept of bandwidth guarantee, the concept of bandwidth limiting, and the concept of connection limiting in the scope of overall bandwidth management. So see you in the next module. Thank you.